It's Tuesday already, boys and girls. And thank you very much for your messages coming in for the last couple of videos, which we haven't got to these yet. Just wanted to read a few of these out which came in on Friday's show. And Deanna says, I promise not to tell a soul, Ronnie. It's a secret. Deanna won't tell anyone, okay? She says the yellow-looking daisies in the video, I think it was Thursday's video, were called Black-Eyed Susans here in the US. And indeed they are here, I remember that now. Black-Eyed Susans. And the pink ones are coneflowers, which are beautiful. Do you know what, Deanna? Once again, I went to our local supermarket today, Waitrose, and they've got the most wonderful little flower display. It's not a garden centre, it's just a supermarket. But they really do a very small display at the front. And every week there are new plants. And I've bought another two today. These are a bit, see if you know these ones, Deanna. These are a bit like daisies, okay? But they are blue around the outside instead of white. And the yellow bit in the inside is like a little bit sticky-uppy. Any idea what those ones are? They look very, very nice indeed. Mary says... Ron, good luck with your surgery. Now, when is that? That's Thursday week, isn't it? That's when I have to get up at 5 in the morning to take him to the hospital. I hope he'll reimburse me in some way for that. You know, at least a cake and a cup of tea or something like that, for God's sake. Mary says, I love bruschetta. Yummy. I love bruschetta. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Must be very good for you, that stuff. All those tomatoes sitting there. I do like tomatoes sitting there on top. When I was a little boy, Mary, I used to grow loads of tomatoes. We didn't have loads and loads of money. We lived in a flat, in a maisonette in Roehampton, which is in southwest London. And we didn't have a garden, just a balcony, because we were on the third floor. But outside, on the balcony, I had, along the whole kitchen window, tomato plants. Big pots with tomato plants. And we used to get loads of tomatoes on those, all grown with my little green fingers. Strangely enough, the tomatoes I'd still do them in pots here, or I have been doing them in pots here. Not recently, because they always seem to go wrong here in the garden. I don't know why. And I get a lot of blight on the tomatoes. I think probably once you've got blight once, you're not supposed to grow them in the same area again, because it just keeps happening. And I think that's probably what happened there. Thank you, Mary. Hello to Eloise, who loves... the videos as well. Chris and Run, such a beautiful place. She's talking about, of course, that wonderful old house that we had in view on Friday's video. If you missed Friday's video, just go to unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk and look for the video dated Friday the... Oh, that's a good question. Just a minute. I have to look it up now. I've turned all the... We've turned around today. I'll tell you why in a minute. 19th of September 2014, okay? Look for the video dated United Kingdom Talk, Friday the 19th of September 2014, and you'll see the beautiful old house that we were doing there. Oh, we're actually facing out, that's the window, by the way, behind me. That's not the that's a window, and it's reflecting all the studio there. And the reason I've turned around is because I've had to plug in the camera. I say it's a camera, it's only an iPhone. These short videos are simply recorded on the iPhone camera because it's such good quality. But I've had to plug it in because yet another one of my lightning leads, these are the cables that you connect the iPhone 6 into the, you know, to be charged. Yet another one has gone wrong. They're just useless. I must buy 2 or 3 of these a year now. Does anyone else find that? Oh, you're over there, aren't you? Does anyone else find that? These iPhone 6 leads just keep breaking all the time. Most depressing. And you know, 20 quid, you know, it's like $36 every time one of those breaks. Shocking, shocking. That's why we're turned around so I can be near the socket this time. Hey, it's nice to have a nice view, little speaker here. Oh, it's all in here, dear, it's all in here. Joy says, loved seeing the beautiful grounds and flowers in Friday's show. Very pretty. Oh, it's a lovely place. It's all free. You don't have to pay to do anything. Like, you know, just go in, get yourself a cup of tea. Well, you pay for the tea. And then just sit in the grounds. It's so beautiful. Ronnie, I hope everything goes well for you and your back feels better soon. Being in constant pain sucks. I have to watch the show again because Merlot, the dog, has a squeaky new toy and he played with it the whole time when I was trying to listen to your show. Maybe he wants to join in, Joyce. Merlot wants to meet me. I would give him cuddles. I would give him cuddles. Brandon says, Friday's building, what a lovely place, quite historic. Lovely flowers, but the red biffa bin looks unsightly. I didn't see a red... Was there a red biffa bin in that? I'd missed that. Good luck, Ron, with your surgery. What a lucky surgeon he is to work on you. Matt Martin says, what a beautiful place on Friday's video. Really loving these longer daily videos. Wishing all the best for Ron. Thank you, Matt. I do sometimes wonder. It was always the intention to do like 2 or 3 minutes of a daily video, but they do seem to get longer. I can't shut up, especially with all this extra time on my hands now. You know, I have 2 extra days off a week, and 2 nights. Now, it's so many years since I've actually had nights off. I do like it. I do worry, you know, everything else is going to go wrong and then I'm going to be destitute and penniless. But I do like it. And I've got something from someone, a very, very sensible email from someone in a second. My sister says, Chris, my friend had that injection in her back that Ronnie's going to have about a month ago. And she said it had helped as I take her to hospital too. Well, yeah, I mean, so that's a good thing to know, isn't it? You know, that someone else has had the injection that Ronnie's had. And it worked for them. So hopefully it'll work for him as well. Mary says, Chris, I've never heard of insurance to cover your rent. Yeah, I was talking about, I think that was the show before last, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, I was talking, you know, I'm a landlord and I've got some properties that I let out. We can get insurance here in the UK so that if someone jumps the rent, that is, they don't pay it, yet they're still in the property, then the rent automatically comes to me and the estate agent that looks after the property chases up the rent. So I don't lose out. I just want to make it clear, Mary, if that person has paid the rent up, okay, and has moved out, you know, quite legitimately, and no one else has come in the flat, that I don't have insurance for. So I wouldn't be getting money for that. It's if someone has, for whatever reason, not paid the rent and they are still in there. And it's not expensive, to be honest. That costs about 20 to £25 per property per month. And it's money well spent, I think, that particular one. Joyce says, I'm glad Scotland stayed part of the UK. Why ruin a good thing? Oh, absolutely. I think so as well. It would have been a great shame had Scotland have left the United Kingdom, I think. Marge says, I wanted to write and say, when I was talking about seeing vivid lines with my smartphone on your video, I wasn't talking about your wrinkles. I was talking about the outline of your face in the email, being able to see it vividly. I like that word, vividly. I like words. There's a few words I quite like. Vividly. I like the word membrane. Membrane. I like that word. And I like the word germination. What words do you like, boys and girls? Do let us know on an email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. What words do you know? Marge says, I thought it may have hurt you saying you had wrinkles. Just wanted to know it wasn't. Oh, I know that, Marge. I know that, dear. Was I looking over the other side at the beginning of this video? I've just realised the little things on the other side. I'm not doing it again. I've got time to sit here doing the video 3 or 4 times. Diana saw yesterday's video, Monday's video, and I showed you a little bit of Richard's 50th birthday party. And she says, wonderful to have friends like Richard. Glad you had a nice weekend. Oh, I had a wonderful weekend. And the karaoke at the Cherry Tree was really good on Sunday. I did make a little video of that. What I might do is for tomorrow's video, make the karaoke video I did at the Cherry Tree part of tomorrow's video, because obviously not everyone will see that because it only went on a certain platform for those of you who are subscribed to it. So I might show you that tomorrow. Lots of people just singing little bits and pieces. I'm not in it, I'm afraid, Diana. I'm not singing this time. My husband and son have both gone skydiving, but you won't catch me doing it. No, don't do it, Diana. For God's sake, and don't go on any roller coasters either. Roller coasters, don't go further than, you know, the first bit of the Eiffel Tower. Don't go too high. You never know when these things are going to go wrong, dear. God's sake, I hate heights. Joy says, you had such a good time at Richard's birthday. Good friends are a blessing. And I'm lucky to have mine. Aren't we lucky to have good friends? We have Barry friends. We have Barry friends as well. That lady who is going to skydive is very brave. I don't even like to look out the second story window. Same as me, Joyce. No, we don't like heights. Oh, God. Mary says, what a gutsy lady. There is only one person who would convince me into being dropped from a plane, and that would be Barry Manilow. He would have to be holding on to me very tight. Very, very tight. Me too. Could I be in the middle? And singing at the same time, possibly. I don't know. Brandon says, wow, what a brave woman. Skydiving is one of the most thrilling experiences ever, but also one of the most terrifying. But if there was a handsome man attached to you, the question would be, where do I sign? I thought that would be your answer, Brandon. Your hormones are running wild, aren't they, dear? Brandon, bless his heart, he's only 18. You know, he wants to get hold of anything that's moving at the moment. It's at that age, dear. Now, Rhonda has also sent us in an email. Now, Rhonda is the lady over 75 years old who is doing the skydive this week on Wednesday. I hope we do hear about it as well. And Rhonda writes, she watched the show yesterday, Rhonda writes, Dear Chris, great to meet you at Richard's birthday party. He showed me your videos this morning, and I wanted to say thank you for the kind words you said about me. I shall let you know once the bee eagle has landed. Much love from Rhonda, so we will hear about that, hopefully. Fantastic news. What a wonderful thing to do. 75 years old and she's going to jump out of a plane. I have trouble getting on them, let alone getting off them. And finally today, a little email from Ronnie. Now, this is not Ronnie, my best mate. This is Ronnie, who is Ronnie's dad, who I've started conversing with recently. And he saw the post that made the announcement of my recent loss of job at Belushi's, which I loved. I really did love working there. I really did. And you know, you say you don't worry too much about money, and there's money coming in and that, but I do. You know, when a job goes down, I suppose it's natural to worry about it. Although my accountant says I've got nothing to worry about it. And Ronnie writes, it's the quality of life that matters, not quantity. Most people are too busy trying to get a pound that by the time they realise it's too late to get any quality. So, my friends, enjoy and be happy. And what, of course, he's saying is that, you know, there are lots of people, I suppose, including myself in my younger days, who were just worried about getting more and more money all the time. And I think I was the same. I was probably the same. You know, oh, I must get more, must get more, must get more. And all the time you're doing that, certainly with me, as I was working every night for practically 30 years. Working and working and working, and most of the time enjoying my stuff, but not always. Not always, depending on what I was doing. And time goes so quick. Here I am, 51 years old, and I'm thinking, what did I do in my life? Well, I played records, and that's about it. I just played music. You know, and didn't really go out that much and meet people and have fun and that. But you see, it's I think it's wonderful if you get the right separation. You know, you do so much work and you do so much play. I've never really done much play, but that's a great comment, that is. Some people are too busy trying to get a pound, and by the time they realise it's too late to get any quality of life. Now, I know where you're coming from, Ronnie, there. I know your story a little bit. But Ronnie isn't in the best of health, and he's done all right with the money over the years. I remember an elderly lady friend of mine who I worked with at British Telecom when I was a telephone operator before I became an engineer. Her name was Jean Highland. And she was a wonderful, wonderful lady, Scottish. And we got on like a house on fire. I don't know why. At the time, I would have been 20, 21. And I always used to sit next to her in the switch room. And we used to get up to all sorts of badness. She was in her 60s. And when she retired, she had a lot of money. An awful lot of money. And one of the reasons she had a lot of money is because she never spent it. She would save and save and save. And once she said to me, Chris, she said, take my advice. And this is when she started getting ill. She had a lung condition. It wasn't COPD, I can't remember. Where you drown in your own fluid. What's that called now? And smokers get it after a while. A lot of smokers get it after a while. Emphysema. She had emphysema. And she said, Chris, take my advice. With your money, don't save it all. Spend some of it. Enjoy some of it and save a bit. But don't save it all. I'm 65 now and I can't spend it. She got all this money and she couldn't spend it. Same sort of thing as Ronnie. So thank you very much for that comment, Ronnie. Much appreciated. Now here we are, me talking about wanting to do 2 or 3 minutes videos. 17 minutes! I better go. You have a nice Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow, right? Ta-da.